have to bring Fritz.
I mean, it's technically 4 weeks.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
Although we could do one when I get back on Thursday, the week, the 21st.
Yeah, no, we're gonna put you right back to fucking work, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care how sleepy you think you are.
I'm not sleepy. I just, I'm used to working in an office, which is super boring. And so around this time, I start to get hangry for some tea. The 21st. Hangry for some tea, mommy. Welcome to the Gay Power Half Hour. If you're hangry for some tea, well, saddle up, strap in, and put on your best bonnet because we're having tea time with the queens, mommy.
That's right. Unfortunately, it is private again. So.
I don't know. Let me check. You always say that and then it works.
Okay, first of all, with your yelling.
I'm not yelling. I'm using a tone that implies a tad bit of annoyance. Difference.
I will not take this from you, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
You're a son of a bitch. I mean, it's on to me over here. But again, I'm a subscriber. I don't know.
Can you comment?
Fuck you, you fucking bitch.
Whoa. Not fuck you, you fucking bitch.
You're a son of a bitch. You're a son of a bitch. I mean, it's on to me over here.
Can you? Can you?
Did you get it?
Did I do what? Hold on. It's coming up. I just got a new modem and I don't know what makes the fucking internet faster, but I don't think it's the modem.
I don't think it's the modem either. I think it's how much you pray to the gods.
I love it. Hello, YouTubes. How are y'all feeling? I hope you're feeling good and happy to see us.
Because you can, despite what Tony says.
I can't see us. That's
well. Why do you need to see us?
So I can see. You know what? You do what you do, and I'm going to do what I do.
I comment on what you do. That's what I do. I'm the color commentary guy. You're the host. I'm the color commentarist.
It's just not coming up. And you know what? I don't care. It's because I want to see if anyone is engaging.
No one engages.
That's not true, Casey.
I'll keep an eye out on engagement.
You won't.
I will. I'm doing it. You're the guy who talks about how nothing ever works, and I'll be the guy who focuses on engagement.
Well, I mean, I'm not even seeing my channel. That's the thing. It's not even showing that, and I'm literally the owner of the channel. None of the videos are coming up for me. It's just very bizarre on how this is working out, and that's all. Like every time I'm on it, it just gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah,
because I should be able to see everything.
Yeah, I mean it's still live, so and I see that one is watching. Started streaming 3 minutes ago. I mean, I hate that this is the beginning of our show every week on YouTube.
I know. Well, the thing is like I don't care what you hate. I want this to be fixed, and that is my issue. But I will not worry about it now because
to stay you.
See, I have to go all the way. Wow. Okay. Anyway.
What, did you find it?
No, it's just showing me the details. It won't let me actually see the video.
Well, why don't you just like go to regular YouTube and just like try and search for it? Just search for Gay Power Half Hour episode 315. You'd think by 315 we'd have all of this seamlessly down, but we don't.
No, it's because something has changed with YouTube since we have been doing
something's changed with YouTube. With you. With you.
This has nothing to do with me. Truthfully, zero to do with me. This has everything to do with.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Something.
I get it. I get it. iTube get it. But YouTube need to understand that it's working. Whatever you are doing, Tube, is working.
That's interesting. It's just very frustrating for the person who is, actually producing the content. So I cannot see it, so I'm just going to X out of it completely. So hopefully it doesn't go blank. If it goes blank, there's nothing I can do about it.
Right. Well, let's see. You go blank.
I'm done. I'm off of it. I'm off. Hi, YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. So sorry. You know what? I'm going to figure this out. But if it doesn't end up working, we're going to find a new medium. Or we're going to just stop because it's frustrating for me. Anywho,
can we try the Long Island medium?
Get to this. We've wasted enough of your time, so we're not going to do any more extra bantering. Are you ready to do the show?
No, actually, I don't have a beginning. I kind of forgot. I'm go right now.
We're going to go ahead.
Okay.
Are we good?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, listen, we talked really well before this show. So here we go. We're going to give you a 3, a 2.
Hello, everyone out there, and welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's just like last night's Republican debate, because neither of us will be president either. You know what I mean? Not a single nincompoop up on that little stagey stage is going to be the president of the United States. 1, because none of them are going to beat Trump. And 2, because none of them will beat Joe Biden. Hi, my name's Casey Lai, candidate number 9. And that's Tony Soto over there.
Hi, I was the ball that almost took out the one candidate that didn't talk much. Did you hear?
Oh, the basketball?
Yeah. Did you hear about that? He's like, I mean, what kind of lame shit? Hurt himself in a pickup game of basketball with his staff. And then when I found out who it was, I was like, fuck that guy.
Yeah. North Dakota should be playing basketball. Okay.
You mean he was picking up a basketball and pulled something in his back? Is that what you mean? Like pickup game of basketball.
Apparently he fucked up his ACL. And honestly, I can't believe he was back on stage the next day after that and not sweating profusely. Like, I didn't watch the debate. Doug Bergstrom.
Wait, he fucked up his ACL? Is that what
his ACL.
Wait, that's like what? Where is that?
It's the part of your, feel the back of your ankle. It's that little strippy thing.
Oh yeah. I have a big fear of that getting cut.
Yeah, it's bad for that to get cut. It really any leg injury is super intense. I have a feeling he's not going to be president because no one knows what his name is.
Who is he? Oh wait, he's a Dakota guy. He's from one of the North Dakotas.
He's the not hot governor of a Dakota.
So he's North Dakota.
He's North Dakota.
Because South Dakota's that crazy bitch who went down to the border and was like, we have a problem with drugs.
Well, you know the difference between North Dakota and South Dakota. In South Dakota, they have slaves. That's funny to me. But it's because actually they have slaves in both of them because they're both racist states. Should we start over?
No. I like how you're like, I don't like that this is how we always start our YouTubes, but then right in the middle of the show you'd like to throw in one of those. No, listen, the Republican debates happened, and I'm full disclosure, listeners, I am commenting on clips. I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't watch the Trump interview because here's the thing. Until the conservative side and the Republican Party figures their shit out, we can't take them seriously because our guy is doing the work. You know what I mean? Like, our guy is currently doing a good job. Like, so all we can do is just watch them eat themselves.
Yeah, I'm for 2 reasons didn't watch. 1, I don't ever want to give Fox News the clicks or the viewership. Uno. Y dos, I'm pretty, my decision's pretty baked in. I'm not going to vote for any of them. So I didn't need to hear what kind of racist lies they were going to be spouting for an hour and a half with a hooting and hollering crowd. So I didn't tune in, but I watched some clips.
Look, we watch conservatives pretend to like 2 brown folks Like they seemed to be connecting
3.
with who's the third?
Tim Scott, Nikki Haley,
They
and
weren't paying no attention to Tim Scott at those debates. They no one giving no shit about Tim Scott at those fucking debates.
He got a polite clap when he clap when he said that the election was kind of stolen.
I mean, look, that's what failing candidates have to do. They have to ride on whatever Trump is saying, just to stay relevant. Tim Scott ain't doing shit. I'm talking about that Brown, the businessman,
Vivek Ramaswamy,
and Nikki
Haley.
Because here's the thing, they're not going to be the nominees either. But Nikki, for the most part, puts up a good face of like a sane person. You know what I mean? Like she puts on a good front as a sane person. She's not. She's just as cuckoo as all they are. But, you know, she at least was like holding the men to the fire. And, you know, conservative women like that until, of course, they have to dodge their husband's fists.
Yeah. It was nice to see no one hit Nikki Haley last night in the face with their hands. I will say it was nice to know the Republicans have enough restraint to not physically abuse a woman in front of millions of people. Some of them brag about it, but still haven't seen it done live. Yeah, sure. I think that she is, if we're going to talk sanity, is as sane as a fox, because she has been one of the conservatives who have been able to stay mainstream while working for Trump and still somewhat being on the Trump's good side, which is savvy and evil.
Well, let's look at Nikki. I mean, she supporting Ukraine, which, you know,
we like.
She is a woman, so she's like, hey, maybe get off my uterus.
She did say, I think we can all agree that a woman shouldn't be punished or up for the death penalty if they have an abortion. And I honestly think a lot of Republicans are like, no, we don't agree with that, you fucking uterus. I mean, woman. I mean, governor of South Carolina.
I mean, I think like we were learning by, and we talked about this on the previous shows when they put abortion on the ballot. It overwhelmingly goes for women's rights to their bodies. So I think that is a minority voice, just like it's the book banners are a minority voice. They're just fucking loud as fuck. And they make good news. So that's why the media likes to cover them. But, you know, we ought to talk about the pathetic, which is, of course, Pence. Mike Pence being up there, like he wasn't. And look, I don't think that like Mike Pence wasn't like a Joe Biden was with Obama. You know what I mean? Like Trump did what the fuck he wanted. He was doing what the fuck he wanted for 4 years, and fuck Mike Pence and what Mike Pence thought. Mike Pence was not a fucking active or very seen vice president. He wasn't stellar in any way. He really only made news whenever he was talking bad about gay people, calling his wife mommy, or January 6th.
It's mother, not mommy.
Oh, got it. Mother. You know what I mean? So, and then like have him like sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'd be it's like, what were you doing when you were like you should have been a fucking Cheney. You know what I mean? Like you should have fucking like when it comes to Republicans and you have cuckoo, crazy, or really stupid presidents, that's your opportunity to be a Cheney. But he didn't.
Dick Cheney or a Liz Cheney?
Dick was the president. Like,
well, that's because he was a much stronger entity than Bush. Mike Pence is not a strong entity. Mike Pence he's got the power of Jesus, and all he has to do is pray for it and summon it up. Well, he didn't do it, and it turns out that the power of Jesus isn't as strong as the shit strength of one Donald Trump, Satan.
I completely agree. So what
Satan
do you think
is stronger than Jesus here on earth? That is for true. That is for truth.
So, well, what do you think about Chris Christie? Because Chris Christie was getting booed like crazy. No one liked what Chris Christie was saying, because Chris Christie, for once, was actually saying the right things when it comes to Donald Trump and accountability.
I mean, that it's like, there are people in my life who would love to vote for a conservative if there was a rational conservative, and I know that they try to be like, well, what do you think about Chris Christie? And I'm like, what are his thoughts on abortion, guns, the environment, and literally everything else? They're still fucking shit. He's a piece of shit. That being said, he is correct when he says Donald Trump is a crook who needs to be put in jail. And I think, if you're getting booed by a crowd of Republicans, you're saying something right. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of my take on it. And I think it is good to have, it's a bummer Trump wasn't there, because when you have 7 other people without Trump there, and, it would have just been nice. Trump is so fucking smart when it comes to fucking optics. And that is the thing that I hate about it, because he plays it all like WWF. And he's like, I'm not going to fight in round 1. No, what champion goes and fights in round 1? You let all the fucking idiots do it. And then you're the guy in the Royal Rumble who comes on in the end. And there's a couple of strong challengers, but they're tired, and you fucking throw them all out of the ring and you win, and everyone hoots and hollers your names, and you get to fuck a bunch of bitches at the end, WWF.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I hear that. I hear what you're saying, and I don't disagree with it. But also, I think, he knew good goddamn well he was about to be he had to surrender in Georgia the day after the debates. So it's like, that would have been humiliating for his fucking ego. Let's be truthfully honest. And and look, I saw the clips of his Tucker Carlson interview that he did on Twitter, or I guess we call it X now because we're all fucking virgins. So they do this fucking interview with Tucker on X, and they're over here boasting 150 million viewers, and it's like, no, bro, you're on the internet. You had someone there. You had fucking Junior clicking his mouse over and over and over again to build your fucking numbers, buddy. Like no. In the short clip that I saw, Tucker was like, do you think they're trying to kill you? Do you think there's going to be a civil war?
Do you think they're trying to kill you?
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah. Tucker was like, so like, when do you think they're going to try to actually come and kill you? I mean, like, they're already trying to, and it's like, and Trump, of course, is like, you never know, they're all trying to get me. It's like, look, we would be thrilled to see you dead. Yes, absolutely. But ain't no one trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Or open the fucking, the blocked up bullshit in your arteries will do it.
Yeah. Colonel Sanders is much more dangerous to you than General Milley. But yeah, I mean, if we wanted to kill him, we could kill him. It's not hard to kill a target that big. You know what I mean? But we're not Russia. If you that Putin knows, Putin wants you dead, you fall out of the sky from a plane, in a plane, and if Biden wants you dead, he has to wait. We all have to just wait.
Yeah, just like conservatives have to wait for Biden to be dead.
We all have to wait. It's going to happen.
We all have to wait. Yeah,
it's going to wait. Hopefully not in the next 6 years.
But talking about him surrendering in Georgia. I mean, as of now, we are recording on Thursday, August 24th, at 10:57 a.m. Pacific time, and he's not yet surrendered. Am I correct in saying that?
No, I believe you are correct. I haven't seen
it. We have had a parade of a number of the 19 other people who are being indicted with Donald Trump. We got to see the crazy lawyer lady, and then the little blonde girl that said that there was shit amist. We got to see Giuliani. And his mugshot. Listen, I'm living for this mugshot, and I feel like we've had this conversation in shows before where we were like on the fence on whether or not we needed the mugshot, because he'll fundraise off of it, blah 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 blah. This is, for all that we're getting, like he should be in jail technically. If we're talking about, there's obviously things that are loaded and different for the rich and the powerful, but I think that the mugshot itself will be such validation for the Central Park Five, for any of the brown faces that he did not rent to in the 80s.
Yeah.
Any of the contractors that he did not pay in the times when he was building fucking his properties.
Yeah.
Any of the lawyers he has failed to pay. I feel like that alone, and it's not a lot. I know it's not a lot, but seeing his fat, scrunched up, orange, nasty, bald fucking face in shitty lighting, looking up like all fucking mad, because he's not gonna look happy. It's not gonna look like the little blonde girl who was like, That I think will be some kind of justice for some people.
I mean, however it looks, it's a mugshot. I have a feeling he's gonna grin. He's not going to look dour because I think he's Buddy Jesus from Dog.
Do that.
He's going to do a thumbs up and a smile.
Oh,
Buddy convict, the Buddy convict, because he that's better than looking like like a Giuliani.
But this is the most close to real law shit that he's actually encountered. Let's not forget it. The other indictments were federal, so he didn't have to be seen. He got whisked in, he got whisked out. This is Fulton County, Georgia.
So their default option during trials is to record them, whereas to televise them, whereas it is not for federal. So we probably won't get those televised. This one, they're going to make a decision. Do you want it to be televised?
I sure do, because this is the big one. This is the one that incited all the January 6th stuff. You know what I mean? So this is important, and I wouldn't fuck with that DA. I feel like I think that when it comes to. I don't have any qualms. I think that Jack is doing his fucking job. But when it comes to this Georgia DA Fannie, right?
Fannie Willis, yeah.
She is a woman of color who has to fucking build a case against one of the most known racist criminal grifters in modern history. You don't think this bitch doesn't know what she's going in there doing? You don't think she's not ready for that? I want to see it. I want to see his lawyers who he's not paying fucking try to defend his fucking ass, and see his expressions when he knows that a woman of color is getting one on top of him.
Speaking of not paying lawyers, did you see that he's refusing to help Rudy at all with his legal fees? And Rudy had to go to fucking low rent cash bail bond place to get his bail. That's how you get people to start ratting on you.
But the thing is,
if you're under fucking RICO, you're up for a RICO trial. It means you're a crime boss, essentially. And the way that good crime bosses make sure people don't fucking rat is by fucking taking care of them and theirs. And I'll tell you who does not take care of anyone except number one is Donald J. Fucking.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's not forget how long these two fucking perverts have known each other. You know what I mean? Years. Let's not forget the video.
That's what I'm talking about.
And full drag shopping at a grocery store or a department store. And then Trump comes in and smells his neck and does Trump has plenty of shit on Giuliani. Plenty. So it is I'm sure that fucking Trump feels so confident in the fact that Giuliani is that Giuliani will just fucking take it. I think why
fancy Giuliani don't want to spend no time.
Why hasn't he fucking why hasn't he flipped yet?
Because they're just
things aren't good for him right now.
Started. They're just getting he still can fucking chomp cigars and tell women he likes their tits in any fucking old school New York City bar he wants to. So
I mean, Meadows at least has more of a placement to be grand about his, and she's being a real diva, Miss Meadows. She's sending letters to the court being like, I couldn't possibly
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly be there. And honestly, you need, and what I love is they're like, we give you 2 weeks.
Yeah, you can be here.
Yeah, you're no better. You have the miles. You know what I mean? Like
honestly, none of you have jobs right now. We've checked. Your one job is all dried up, and that job.
I mean, it's wild what is happening right now because what is happening is like, how many? What is it? Is it 91 felonies? 91 or like.
On Trump in particular, or this one
on Trump in particular, almost 100. Let's just round it up. We'll say almost 100. And while this is going on, his cult is still like, it's all lies. We're in this fucking vacuum tube. And then you have the whole conservative side being like, they're not saying that Trump is right, but they're also saying that he shouldn't be tried. He shouldn't be this, and we'll still support him if he becomes the nominee.
Yeah.
Like I understand doubling down. Look, I used to be a drug using liar, and I used to stick to my lies no matter what and double down boots. You could show me a picture. You could be like, did you eat breakfast, Tony? And I will say no. And you will show me a picture of me eating breakfast and
egg
I'll
coming out of your teeth.
No, I'll still say no. And I get that. But this is fucking different. And unless the overall goal is to make this fat fuck a king, then is that what they want?
I mean, yeah.
Wait, is that what they want?
That exact type of talk is in some of the rhetoric of some of the crazies, but what they want is
But no, he's made career politicians fucking look like absolute losers and schmucks.
Because they're terrified of people. They're terrified of the people. They know how insane the fuck their voters are. They know the types of fucking racist, hate-fueled, gun-toting killers that they have on their side. They call their
God-fearing and loving.
God-fearing, yes. God-fearing race baiters. And they are, they're the core constituency, and they don't want to get on that. That's what was that debate? Was that the only reason Vivek Ramaswamy is now will be leapfrogging Ron DeSantis, not in a fun way, to be second in the polls is because he's the most vociferous, crazy defender of Trump of the gang. So that is very clear why he's the number 2. He's running to be the vice president. VP Vivek.
Ron looks weird.
2 Indian. Think about it though. The first time we ever have 2 people with
but are they
Indian
saying
Americans be vice presidential candidates?
Isn't Marjorie shortlist for VP?
I mean, I'm sure Trump tells her that, so she'll happily go out there.
Bombs.
Yeah, so she'll go out there.
Allegedly
being a dumb. But like, I mean, any advisor worth their salt is like, that's you like. It's that Sarah Palin all over again. They love you, but they don't. You're a 77-year-old fat fuck. Like you have a bigger chance of dying than Biden when you're elected fucking president. So we can't have a complete inexperienced nincompoop who's not rich and famous be our number 2.
I mean, but wait, well, I almost did. Well, you mentioned Palin, right? So I mean, like, it could still happen.
Well, I know.
Like that's the thing too. It's like I don't know why everyone's so weird. Why Nikki Haley's going around being like, "Ooh, Biden presidency is a Kamala presidency." Like, let's say that fucking Margie was the fucking VP. You think fat fuck Trump is gonna fucking live through his fucking 4 years? Probably not. No. Oh, could you imagine a Marjorie Taylor Greene presidency? It's long flip flops all the time, no matter what climate you live in, because that's how Americans do it.
What do you mean? It's called summer. I know you think it's hot. It's hotter than it's ever been. 30 days in a row. Yeah, well, back where I come from here in Georgia, we call that summer.
That's right. And we are going to officially make supper one of the meals again. All right. Because supper is between 4 and 6.
That's right. We don't eat after 6 like those fucking Spanish Europeans. You know what Spanish are? They're just Mexicans, original Mexicans. Okay, so keep them out. Late dinner eating motherfuckers.
It's all so fucking crazy. This is the thing too, and this is what I'm hoping, because I know that it was really split the last time that Biden and Trump went against each other, but I can't really believe. Look, there's always going to be poor people that are suffering, but even me, who is one of those poor people who always suffers, I have felt relief. You know what I mean? Like, I have felt relief. And I'll be the first to tell you when I'm struggling, because I don't like carrying my own crosses. I like to pass that right on to the next person. It can be a stranger on the street. I don't give a fuck.
That's why you yell about the cross you're carrying so much, because you want someone to come along and take it.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Take it off my shoulders.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, I think that we should, in our last couple of minutes, we should talk about Elon, because I feel like in the past couple of weeks, now look, I'm not on X, everybody. So I need you to know that I'm not on X. So when you send me links to X's, I can't see them. Okay. So stop sending me links to X's. I don't care what's going on Twitter, but there's been a boost. There's been a boost on Twitter. Twitter is getting, people are suddenly forgiving Twitter and going back and making it more active. But Elon is evil. Yes, Casey.
They should call it K instead of X, because that appears to be Elon's favorite letter, because he's doing a lot of it.
I mean, what is she, a gay party boy in LA? Like, what the fuck? Who does K? Unless you're trying to just like have cement shoes through an after hours party.
I don't know. I spent a lot of time in San Francisco going to Burning Man, and I'll tell you who does a lot of K. It's tech straight bros.
It's so funny on how they just want to be. Look, as someone who has, I was doing K in '96, when it was fucking cool to do K.
K pioneer.
But I'm going to tell you, ketamine, as you get older, is just a very ugly drug for older people to take.
Well,
not be doing ketamine and think at parties where you're trying to be sexy, because you're not. And if you're Elon Musk, who already has facial problems in the ugly department and whatnot, and a white mayonnaise sausagey body, I don't want to see you cement shoeing around fucking Twitter headquarters, spouting off shit about likes and whatnot.
It's kind of shocking to me that he hasn't said a lot worse shit on his ex with all the K. But it is like Ronan Farrow just released a full profile full of really insane things, and that's getting a lot of the buzz, is the fact that a lot of people around Elon are concerned about the ketamine that he's using. That would be, like, we have friends who we have over the years been concerned about with their drug use of various things, but they don't hold levers of power.
Concerned is a strong word.
Better people, but concerned is a strong word.
Yeah, I don't let myself get concerned.
We're concerned they're doing too much because there's not enough for us. You know what I mean? But
no, I just feel like your problem is yours. Don't you? I don't like surprises. Don't invite me to an intervention.
That's why I have Tony as one of my best friends, because he doesn't get too close. He doesn't care too much. But the point of all of that is that it's just like the article is also that he has the power at any point to turn off Ukraine's ability to access their internet, because they're completely reliant, especially in the battlefield, on Starlink, which is completely his.
Is that true?
Yeah. And he did it relatively altruistically in the beginning, and then. Over time, he was like, I'm not doing this anymore. It costs too much money. Yet his company, a company that brings in $100 billion, that's worth $100 billion, something like that. But so then the government the Pentagon had to set up a contract, which is going into effect with apparently very beneficial
details for his side. And also he's still the reason he was fine with it. And then it turns out he's having regular conversations with Putin.
That concerns me.
Yeah, it's very.
I don't understand. If I was not aware that that Ukraine's internet was
completely
and that's something that our government should be stepping in and being like, no, we'll put you on our Wi-Fi.
But we don't have that. We don't have the capacity to do that, and so we need him. And that's what everyone is saying, is he's now so intertwined at various levels, because Tesla too, like the whole
Tesla's shitty cars. Stop buying Teslas.
No, but the whole power system of battery chargers throughout this country is.
Well, I know all the EVs that are not Teslas are switching to Tesla's plug-in style
for him, because he already has the infrastructure. So it's like his tentacles are so wrapped around the future of where.
Well, then we want him to OD on ketamine. Why are we? Maybe. Do it up. Stop being. Listen. Listen. If everyone's concerned, according to whatever you read, people are concerned. Ain't no one stopping it. So look, there's a lot of people who are not good friends. All right. There are a lot. I know a lot of people who are currently trying to do stand-up that aren't funny, and none of their friends tell them that. And you know what? That's on them to just fucking go up there and embarrass themselves and not be funny. Whose business is that of mine? But this is a situation where it's like, do not interject. If she is K'd out on a fucking Tuesday afternoon in a bathrobe in the middle of fucking Twitter, holding a bathroom sink, just walk on by and go back to your office, or cut her another line, because fuck that bitch.
I hope she's not doing lines of ketamine. No one should be doing lines of ketamine.
Oh, she's past the bump. She's not a pump girl anymore. She's straight on to like fucking just a straight up hoove. And I'm here for it. Do it up, Ilana. Do it. Party. Come on, let's get some good DJs in Twitter and fucking do it up. I want to read a headline that says Elon Musk drowning his own.
You gotta be crazy being not just the richest person in the world. You've become pop culturally ubiquitous, and you now hold the lever, like you hold like so much over the government. You hold so much control.
Who's like, that's the thing. Like
Grimes.
Who's the one right below? Who's the one right below?
I don't know.
Because we gotta be, because if Ilana is Hooven K, allegedly Hooven K loving it, then we need to find out how evil number 2 is. Because number 2 is gonna be the next fucking.
Well, we got to find out, because we don't want to have Elon die and then have someone like Kamala Harris be the number 2.
I mean, Elon death means a Kamala presidency, and I'm not having it.
And you know what's crazy? Kamala starts with a K. So
on that note, we have come to the end of the show, Casey. And we're on a break. We don't really know what's happening, Casey.
We know what's happening. I know what's happening. Listen, I'm going to be in London, Paris, Malaga, Madrid.
I'm not 100% that I'm not going to bring on a guest gay.
I don't give a fuck.
For the next 4 weeks, because she's
4 weeks.
That's what you said. 4 weeks.
You're going to have a guest for 4 weeks?
I might. Why wouldn't I? What? We have to make our listeners suffer because you want to go off and fucking plant your seed in España?
I'm trying to have an anchor baby. I want out.
Not happening.
It might happen. There might be an immaculate conception or something along those lines.
So who knows? Who knows what's happening with the Gay Power Half Hour? Everything's up in the air because Casey has to fucking do things. So Casey, thank you.
You're welcome. And if you're in London or Paris or Malaga or Torremolinos or Madrid or Palermo over the next month, you should really shout. Let me know what you're doing. Give me some tips and some recommendations on how to have a really good time.
The tone is weird.
Yeah, weird. I know. It's almost as bad as having it just when you speak.
And listen, all I want to do is continue my Spanish learning journey with my best friend Casey Lai, but he insists on learning Castellano fucking bullshit, bullshit, ugly Spanish. And I cannot listen to him.
It
drives me insane because what he thinks is somehow he's going to get like whooped up by some Spaniard, which isn't going to happen. He's got a better chance of meeting a Mexican here in Los Angeles. And I'm going to tell you, if you meet a Mexican here in Los Angeles, they're going to slap that thaw out your mouth. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get Nikki Haley.
I think that basically Tony it wants me to get hit.
You've needed a good shake at least. Maybe not a hit, but you've needed a good shake. And so I'm hoping for a shake.
Yo no sé, yo es cool as un cucumber. Tú eres muy carboso.
So you're going to be gone. So can I just go into what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Do you have any gigs?
No, not until I have a lot of gigs in October.
Okay.
And wait, I'll have your guest host promote them for me at the end of the month.
If you're a guest gay and you're interested in being one of my guest gays, y'all listen. If you are interested in knowing what I'm doing, September 3rd is going to be the final Bears in Space at Akbar. So come on out for that. And we're not doing a Learn the Words bitch on the 4th because that's Labor Day and you're all going to be too hungover and broke. So we're going to do a Learn the Words bitch on the 11th. Never forget. Casey, you didn't do your social medias.
KCWLEY on Hex Twitter and Casey Ley on Instagram.
That's just his regular list. Yeah, he's never really been able to do S's. But if you want to follow me on social media and want to know what I'm doing in drag, follow Tony Soto Productions on Instagram, or just give a bitch a follow at Instagram or TikTok at The Tony Soto Show. Who knows what the future will hold? Stay tuned. Goodbye. We did it. Did we have any viewers? Did you monitor the chats?
I didn't. I was too engrossed.
No, you see how?
Oh yeah, Dylan Smith said the ACL connects the femur and the tibula at the knee joint, so we were way off.
Do you see what could have been corrected in real time?